Most of the time when you're shooting a film, you'll have a crew with gear and everything we've been talking about here. But there are times when you might want a smaller skeleton crew. This is especially the case when you're stealing shots. Now again, as we've talked about, this is not as illicit as it sounds and is actually quite common regardless of the size or budget of the production. It's called stealing the shot because you don't get the required permission or permits to shoot at a location. Now, if you need to shoot a big scene, a complex scene with camera moves and a lot of cast or crew, then stealing shots obviously won't work. But when you just need to get something quickly, something MOS or for B-roll, stealing shots can be very practical. Sofia Coppola famously stole a great shot for her film Lost in Translation with Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. This shot was stolen while filming from the inside of a Starbucks in downtown Tokyo. We stole a ton of shots on the Assurance. Pretty much all the shots of Cordelia walking were stolen. One of my favorite stolen shots was this one here. This is actually just a field next to a rest stop in the middle of nowhere. I didn't know this place existed. We got all these shots in about 15 minutes. There were only two of us, my daughter Natty and myself. Now, Stephen Heller was also there, but was only capturing the behind-the-scenes footage for this training. It would have been so much work and time, and maybe even extra money, to have gotten permission to shoot these shots. It wouldn't have been worth it. So we stole the shots, and no one ever knew we were there. These shots in the snow were stolen. We just pulled off the side of the road and found this quaint little residential cul-de-sac that had some snow, and we went for it. And in the edit, when you cut these two shots together, you can't really tell that there's a major freeway behind her in this shot, or a bunch of houses just a few feet to her left in this shot. We also took advantage of a suburb of Seattle that's really friendly to filmmakers and doesn't charge for filming permits. So we filmed the entire finale sequence at a local park. And we shot tons of other great footage at local parks. As a matter of fact, I had to edit around boaters and people having picnics in this shot. Now, while some of these shots were not technically stealing per se, shooting in places that didn't require permits was another way we saved time and money on our production. Now, a word of caution here. If you try to steal shots in an urban area like Seattle or Los Angeles, like inside of a Starbucks, the police will shut you down if you get caught, and you could get in trouble. So, if you do steal shots, do so carefully and with respect for the places you're shooting.